All right. This is a review of our quiz 3, which is the take-home quiz that I gave you guys during our second week of the semester. So let's jump into it. Our first question, let's zoom in on it. We're asked to solve the linear inequality 8 minus 4 in parentheses 2 minus x close parentheses is less than or equal to negative 2x. And we want to write your solution in interval notation. All right, so let's jump into it. When we're dealing with inequalities, the thing that you want to just be mindful of, keep it in the back of your mind, anytime that you're multiplying or dividing a side by a negative, you are going to go ahead and flip that inequality sign. But let's just first treat it as just a regular linear equation, getting your like terms together. And then if we get into that negative situation, then we'll take the necessary steps by flipping that inequality if we are presented with that. Okay, so let's distribute that negative 4. Now we're looking at 8 minus 8 plus 4x is less than or equal to negative 2x. Now let's combine some like terms. Our 8s end up shooting to 0, and then we're going to go ahead and subtract 4x to both sides. So we have 0. Let's subtract 4x is less than or equal to negative 6x. And then we're going to go ahead and divide both sides by negative 6. Ooh, we're dividing by a negative. What happens when you divide by a negative? The inequality is going to flip. So now we're looking at 0 divided by negative 6 is just 0, is greater than or equal to x. I always like to have my variable on that left-hand side. So I'm going to go ahead and write it as x is less than or equal to 0. How did I know to write it like that? Well, you're going to write it based off of what position of the inequality is closest to the x. The point part of the inequality is closest to x, so we keep that the same. The point part is closest to x. And we're done. Now they do ask us, because it's important to read the instructions to write our solution in interval notation. So let's very quickly graph this on a number line. Negative infinity up to positive infinity. We have our 0. We're including 0, so it's going to be a closed circle at 0. And it's all values that are less than or equal to 0. So all the negatives. Which means in interval notation, this is just negative infinity, comma 0, hard bracket because we're including 0. And that's it. That is our final result in interval notation. We're going to go ahead and write that into the answer box so that we can get full credit. Let's go ahead and move on to question 2. Question 2 is asking us to solve the compound inequality. And then once again, write our solution in interval notation. So compound inequality, we have an end. Anytime you're dealing with an end, we are dealing with intersection. Right? This upside down U, which means we want to look at the values shared, the overlap. So how do we go ahead and do this? Well, first we're just going to solve the inequalities separately to find our values of x and graph them on a number line. In that first inequality, I'm going to go ahead and add 2 to both sides. So I'm looking at 5x is less than or equal to 10. And then I'm going to go ahead and divide both sides by 5. So I get x is less than or equal to 2. In that second inequality, I'm going to go ahead and subtract 9 from both sides. So I get 6x is greater than or equal to negative 6. And then I'm going to divide both sides by a positive 6. So no flipping of the inequality. And I get x is greater than or equal to negative 1. Now we're going to graph these values on a number line. Yeah. Notice how both of them are closed circles because they have the line underneath the inequality. Yeah. So we have negative 1, we have positive 2. Closed circles at both locations. And I'm going to use yellow and blue to color code because yellow and blue gives you green. And with intersection, we want to figure out what values are shared, aka the green values. So we have x is less than or equal to 2. Why don't we go ahead and make that our yellow? And then we have x is greater than or equal to negative 1. Why don't we go ahead and make that our blue? And so our green portion is this middle portion right here. So that's our solution. So if we create a number line, a new one, we can just highlight what our answer is in this new number line. We have our negative 1, we have our positive 2. They're both closed circles, and we're shading everything in between. Also, a cool trick with end is a lot of the time we're looking at the wedge in between. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. And so that's our solution. Our last step is to put it into interval notation. So let's read this. We have hard brackets in both cases, hard bracket, negative 1, comma 2, hard bracket. And that's it. This is our final answer for our question 2. And that means we have completed our take-home quiz 3. All right. I hope this was helpful. If you are still a little bit confused, see me for office hours or go to your recitation lead and they'll be more than happy to answer questions. I forgot to highlight this part in blue. You guys are all set. I will see you guys next time. Take care.